Namaste. So I'm going to read Book 3, Chapter 17, on the story of Vishwamitra. Om Bhagavatam Maha Surya Koti Samapra. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maha Guru Saksha. Om Yadi Visamashreshu Vidyara Vidya Pradhani Masu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Chapter 17. Vyasa said, O king, hearing thus the words of the Maharishi Bharadvaja, and seeing that he made a firm resolve, the king Yudhijit called his prime minister quickly and asked, O intelligent one, what am I to do now? I want to carry away by force this boy with his mother, sweet Manorama. No one desirous of one's welfare won't trifle away his enemy. But he, even a very weak one, if he does so, that enemy will get stronger day by day, as the disease consumption becomes stronger, and will ultimately become the cause of death. There is no warrior, nor any soldiers here of the other party. No one will be able to resist me. I can take away, as I like, the enemy of my daughter's son, and can kill him. I will try today to carry him away by force, and Sudarshana being killed, my daughter's son will reign fearlessly without an enemy. There is no doubt in this. The Prime Minister said, no such hazardous courage need be shown now. You have heard the Maharishi's words. He quoted you the example of Vishwamitra. O king, in days of yore, Vishwamitra, the son of the king Gadi, was a celebrated monarch. One day, while roaming, he accidentally reached the hermitage of Vashishta. The powerful king Vishwamitra bowed down before the Muni, and the Muni gave him a seat. The king took his seat there. Then the high-souled Vashishta invited the king to a dinner. Vishwamitra, the king, went there with his whole army. There was a cow named Nandini of Vashishta. The Muni prepared all sorts of eatables from her milk and entertained them all. The king, with his whole army, was very much pleased, and coming to know of the divine power of the cow, asked Vashishta to give his cow Nandini over to him, and said, the udder of your cow Nandini is like a big jar. I will give you 1,000 cows like that. I pray you to let me have your cow Nandini. Vashishta said, O king, this is my sacrificial cow. I cannot give you this cow in any way. Let your 1,000 cows be yours. Vishwamitra said, O saint, I will give you cows, lakhs or tens and hundreds of lakhs of any number you like. Please give me your cow in case you be unwilling. I will carry her away perforce. Vashishta said, O king, as you like, better take it perforce. I will never be able to give you my cow Nandini from my house. O king, hearing thus the Vashishta's words, Vishwamitra, the king, ordered at once his powerful followers to carry the cow Nandini away by fastening a cord round her neck per sheer force. The followers, obeying the order, at once bound the cow with ropes and began to carry her away by force. At this, Nandini, trembling and with tears in her eyes, began to say to the Muni, O one whose wealth consists only in asceticism, are you going to leave me? Otherwise, why these fellows are binding me with a cord and dragging me away? At this, the Muni replied, O Nandini, I have never parted with you. I perform all my sacrifices through your milk. O auspicious one, I honored this king, my guest, with eatables prepared from your food, and for that reason he is carrying you away from me by sheer force. What can I do? O Nandini, I have not the least desire to part with you. Hearing these words from the Muni, the cow became very angry and bellowed loudly and terribly. At once came out from her body On that very spot, the terrible demons, wearing coats of armor and holding various weapons, and they uttered aloud, "Wait, you will soon meet with vengeance." They then destroyed all the forces of the king, and the king alone was left, and he went away alone, much dejected and sorrowful. Oh, that wicked king then cursed with great humility the Kshatriya Shakti, and thinking the Brahmanic power would be attained with great exertion, began to practice asceticism and penance, performing penance and tapasya very hard indeed. In the great forest, Vishwamitra, the son of Gadi, succeeded at last in becoming a rishi, and then he renounced his Kshatriya dharma. Therefore, king, thou never quarrel with these ascetics and be involved in wars, resulting in great enmity and causing the extinction of the race. Better dost thou appease the Muni and now go back to your own kingdom. Let Sudarshana remain here at his pleasure. O king, this minor boy has no wealth. What harm can he do to you? It is useless to show your enmity towards an orphan, a weak minor boy. This world is under the control of destiny. Therefore, one should show mercy to all. O king, what use is there to show one's jealousy? What is inevitable will surely come to pass. O king, the thunderbolt comes sometimes like a blade of grass. A blade of grass acts sometimes like a thunderbolt. O king, you are very intelligent. Consider that by combinations of circumstances, a hare can kill a powerful tiger, and a gnat can kill an elephant. Therefore, dost thou forsake this rashness and hear my beneficent advice. Vyasa said, O king, the best of kings, Udajit, hearing the prime minister's advice, bowed down humbly at the feet of the Muni and returned to his own city. Manorama, too, became free from anxiety and remained peaceful in the hermitage, began to nourish and support her child, engaged in vows. The lovely son of the king began to grow daily like the phases of the waxing moon, and sport fearlessly with the boys of the Munis altogether, wherever they liked, a sight very auspicious. One day the minister Vidala came there, and the sons of the Munis, seeing him, began in the presence of Sudarshana to address him, Klib, Klib. Sudarshana too, hearing them pronounce Klib, Klib, took up the one letter, Kli, and uttered this only repeatedly, which is in fact the prince of the root mantras of Kama, with Anusvara omitted. Then the son of the king took the mantram and silently repeated this in his mind. O king, thus that boy Sudarshana was initiated in this root mantra of Kama, desire, spontaneously out of his original samskara, innate tendency, owing to the unavoidable destiny of faith. The son of the king, when he was 5 years old, got this most excellent mantra. Though without its Rishi Ser meditation, without its chanda meter, and without nyasa, assignment of the various parts of the body to different deities, accompanied with prayers and corresponding gesticulations, and considered this as the quintessence of all. Therefore, meditate this always in his mind, spontaneously, and never forget it. When the king's son grew 11 years old, the Muni performed his Upanayana, sacred thread, ceremony, and made him begin to study of the Vedas. The son, with that mantra power, soon mastered all the studies about archery and the moral and political sciences in conformity with proper rules within a very short time. One day, Sudarshana got a vision of the form of the supreme goddess of a red color, wearing red apparel and decorated with red ornaments, mounting on Garuda, and with her wonderful Vaishnavi powers, and her face fully opened like the budding of a lotus flower. Thus, Expert in many branches of learning, Sudarshana served his mother in that forest and began to wander on the banks of the Ganges. One day the mother of the universe gave the bows, sharpened arrows, quiver, and a mail coat of armor to that boy in that forest. The king, at this time, the extraordinary, beautiful, and lovely princess Sasikala, endowed with all auspicious qualities, the daughter of the king Kashi, came to hear that a beautiful prince named Sudarsana, second Kandarpa, full of heroism and endowed with all auspicious qualities, is dwelling in a forest. The princess, hearing this from a soothsayer, mentally loved and desired him and wanted, finally, to accept him as her legal husband. Thus, on one occasion, at the end of a nightfall, the goddess appeared in her dreams before her and consoled her and said, O fair one, ask a boon from me. Sudarshana is my devotee. He will fulfill at my word all your desires. Thus, seeing the beautiful figure of the goddess in her dreams and hearing her sweet words, the honored Sasikala was drowned in the ocean of bliss. When the princess awoke, her face beaming with gladness, her mother perceived her joy and inferred that her daughter must have been internally very glad and asked her repeatedly, but Sasikala was too much abashed and did not give vent to the cause of her satisfaction. The princess, remembering her dreams, began to laugh repeatedly on account of her excessive joy. At last she spoke out in detail all about her dreams to one of her lady friends or companions. On one occasion, that large-eyed Sasikala went out for enjoyment to a nice garden, beautified with champaka flowers, attended by her companion. While the king's daughter, seated under a champaka tree, was collecting flowers, she saw a Brahmin coming towards her in a great haste. After bowing down before him, that beautiful princess, endowed with all auspicious qualifications, addressed him in sweet words, O blessed one, whence are you coming? The Brahmana said, O girl, I am coming on an errand from the hermitage of Bharadvaja Muni. Please mention, what are you going to ask me? Sasikala replied, O noble one, what beautiful thing is there in that hermitage that is extraordinary and worth describing? The Brahmana said, O fair one, there is staying the most lovely Sudarshana, the son of the king Dhruvasandi. He is the loveliest of all men. O fair one, he who has not seen him, I think, has his eyes given to him in vain. O auspicious one, it appears as if the Creator, with a view to see how it looks, has invested him with all the qualities. O beautiful one, what shall I say more to you? Suffice to say that that prince is fit to become your husband. I think that the Creator has no doubt settled already the union between you two, as a happy union of two congenial things. Golden union with jewel. Congenial things. Thus ends the 17th chapter of the story of Vishwamitra, and on the getting of the root mantra of Kama by the son of the king in Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Ved Vyasa. Jayanti Mangalakali Padrakali Kaparitraka Vishwash. Om Tuya Mata Chamita.